Thanks, Travis, for a wonderful introduction. You sure made stepping on stage feel easy. Thank you for having us. It's a real pleasure to be here at HashiCorp in San Francisco among a community of experts and practitioners who share a passion for automation, security, and cloud infrastructure. Today, I want to share the journey that brought us here to choose HashiCorp and Red Hat solution with a particular focus on Terraform and Vault as the core pillars of our automation and infrastructure strategy. I will try to cover how we managed to lower provisioning time, solved our lifecycle management challenge, and brought down the environmental drift to nearly zero. But first, let me begin by who we are. We're the Air France-KLM Group, a leading European and global airline built on three strong brands: Air France, KLM, and Transavia. With Air France, we bring the best of the French culture to the skies. From refined services to world-class gastronomy, in our premium cabin, menus are created by top-ranked chefs, offering passengers a true taste of France. KLM, the Royal Dutch Airline, has been connecting the world for more than 106 years, combining heritage and innovation. Founded in 1919, KLM is the oldest airline in the world still operating under its original name. And Transavia, our low-cost airline sister, makes travel accessible and fun across Europe. Together, we connect the world with style, heritage, and passion.
So Air France-KLM has two main hubs, one in CDG in Paris and the other one in Amsterdam in Holland, which means most of the airline traffic goes through the two hubs. The group main activity is, of course, passenger transport. We also have cargo with KLM Cargo and Air France Cargo, and also aircraft maintenance with Air France Industries and KLM Engineering and Maintenance. We transported so far 49 million passengers, and it's an increase of 5.3% compared to 2024. We fly them around more than 320 destinations in 100 countries. In line with this fleet renewal strategy, Air France-KLM continues to take delivery of new generation aircraft, such as Airbus 350s, replacing old aircraft, but also Boeing 787s and Airbus 220. At the end of June, the group has 30% of its fleet composed with new generation aircraft. Revenue is also growing. It's an increase of 6.9% compared to 2024. For frequent flyers, we offer a loyalty program called Flying Blue. In July 2025, Air France-KLM announced that it will initiate majority stake acquisition in SAS, Scandinavian Airlines, and it's about to take 19.9%.
Our greatest challenge: managing the component lifecycle while fully leveraging the elasticity of the cloud. For many years, we've built our automation platform around a robust service catalog powered by OpenText cloud servers, automation, and operation orchestration. The catalog offered over 350 services, covering not only IaaS services, but also a wide range of PaaS offerings, network configuration, database services, cluster deployment, and operational tasks like file system management, server restarts, DNS, and account provisioning. This platform was highly reliable and gave us a strong control over service delivery. However, it required automation team to engineer, develop, publish, and maintain every single offering. When we started moving towards a cloud-native infrastructure, we naturally questioned whether this tooling was the best fit for our evolving needs, both technically and economically. Through feedback and return of experience sessions with other companies, mainly in France, a consensus started to engage. tooling that stood for flexibility, scalability, and alignment with modern cloud practices was Terraform, combined with Ansible and Vault and complemented by Packer for OS delivery. Terraform declarative model, vast ecosystem, multi-cloud capabilities matched perfectly with our automation goals, enabling us to deliver infrastructure faster with higher consistency and reduced operational risk. Vault addressed the growing importance of secure and dynamic secret management in a hybrid environment, helping to stay compliant, building trust in our automation processes. Together, they offered a new automation model, one that reduced engineering bottleneck, reduced time to market, and allowed us to scale services without scaling costs. This is the cost avoidance that looks like today. By automating start and stop, deploy and undeploy, through infrastructure as a code, we avoid tens of thousands of cloud costs per week. And this is with only 2/3 of product teams playing the game. We're not there yet, but this strategy is already delivering results. Managing 7,200 workspaces, 450 teams, 90 modules in our private registry, by saving tens of thousands of weekly costs, cannot be done without automation and structured governance. Today, we want to show you how this journey has accelerated value delivery, strengthened security, and why HashiCorp is a key enabler of our cloud-native infrastructure. In the evolving landscape of cloud computing, Air France-KLM has faced a major cloud transformation move to cloud since 2019. Alongside the complexity of managing a multi-cloud environment that spans Google Cloud, Microsoft Azure, SDDC, and private data center, this is the most significant IT transformation in AFKL history. The evolution of legacy systems, once constrained by manual tasks, into infrastructure as a code platform. Our primary stakeholders, the Air France-KLM product teams, operate in increasingly diverse and fast-paced context. To support their evolving needs, Automation Center is committed to building a sustainable and secure and competitive platform. This transformation required a meticulous transformation of the entire automation process, supported by the adoption of DevOps methodology, and which accelerated our delivery cycles. Continuous feedback from the teams was instrumental, allowing for a strategic improvement of every stage of resource provisioning and lifecycle management. By eliminating the manual task, we have significantly reduced the operational errors and overhead, paving a way towards maturity and continuous improvement. I can give you an example. Simply by automating the creation of Terraform workspaces, configure them with the desired parameters for the product team, including their access token, we have reduced error and support by more than 70%. Whether these issues were related to typos, naming convention, team names, or similar factors, automation just simply took them off the table. We now offer more generic Terraform modules to developers, thanks to the policy as a code, guide rails, and naming conventions. Rules are enforced automatically, allowing developers to use those modules widely and easily without sacrificing compliance or consistency, so teams can use them anywhere, anytime, on any cloud provider and stay compliant without even thinking about it. In this session, we'll explore how powerful the synergy between Terraform, Ansible, and Vault enabled us to deliver a successful transformation, modernizing legacy systems into agile, secure, and fully automated environments that meets the rapidly evolving needs of AFKLM growing business. I originally wanted to entitle this presentation "The Power of Integration," because that's exactly what this ecosystem represents. Tools like Terraform, Ansible, and Vault aren't just powerful on their own. Together, they create a fully integrated workflow that bridges infrastructure, security, and configuration. With this stack, we can deploy any service, whatever this service is self-managed or cloud-native component, across any environment, public or private. It's secure, reliable, and fast to deploy. But more importantly, it removes friction. There is no more time waste opening a ticket or waiting on other teams for touring or access. Integration, it's automated. It's automation for automation. Developers and DevOps teams gain real autonomy with faster delivery, fewer dependencies, and more time focused on building and not waiting. Before we jump into the technical details, let me give you an overview of our automation platform. The entire ecosystem on infrastructure as a code, it's built on Terraform Enterprise. It is the heart. It is the core engine that manages infrastructure as a code and its entire lifecycle. The process is triggered in two ways, either by code push via our CI/CD GitHub action, or a service consumption in the service catalog. The critical communication between the CI/CD pipeline, Terraform Enterprise, and AAP, it's handled by HashiCorp Vault, issuing them a token with very low time to live to perform their task without any hard-coded secrets. Once the infrastructure is up, Ansible Automation Platform takes over, finalizing the post-installation tasks, application configuration on the target cloud, whether this is GCP, Microsoft Azure, SDDC, or on-premise. And now for the part that you've all been waiting for, Sébastien is going to break down how we tackled security using Vault in our Air France KLM automation setup. Thank you. Thank you.
This diagram will show how we can deliver dynamic credentials in Terraform workflows. In Terraform, we have different teams, and each team has its own repository for their workflow using GitHub Actions. So we use a GWT token with a specific properties unique for each team, like team name. The automation workflow gets this information and connects to Vault using this GWT token. On Vault side, we check that the GWT token match the same information as defined in the configuration from the Terraform secret engine. If all is right, the workflow can retrieve the team token created by Vault and use it to authenticate the team A workflow in Terraform and deploy the desired resources like an Azure app on on-prem applications. Let's now jump into demo to see how it works. So we see now Vault can be integrated into secure Terraform deployments, and it's time to see it in real time. We have a GitHub repo owned by one team. This repo aims to deploy a storage account in Azure. In Terraform, we created a team called Team A to be associated with a GitHub repo. So we created the team within Terraform. It has an API token that had not been used 2 hours ago. Now in Vault, we created a Terraform secret engine to perform the whole configuration. The whole procedure is available in Vault official documentation. We also configure the GWT authentication method to be used in GitHub Actions. Let's know, we see in Azure that no resource yet exists, and we are going to deploy the workflow to create these resources. So we launch a GitHub Actions that will trigger the whole workflow. So we see the different steps, what it's going to do. First retrieve the token, then deploy the workflow, and do a Terraform apply to deploy the resources in Azure. So we see all the logs of the Terraform apply, so we can match the resource creation, and then we will see how it happened in Azure. So if we refresh the Azure account, we see the storage accounts have been created with all other resources needed to work. And then also when we refresh the team token within Terraform, we see it has been used 2 hours ago, and now it had been used a few seconds ago. When you check out the logs of the Terraform workflow, we see the different actions, and we see that he managed to read the secret within Vault to the TFE creds team A token, and then use this token to deploy the configuration. And that's it for the demo. Now we'll see how Vault can also be part of Ansible Automation Platform deployments. In Air France-KLM, we have platform teams responsible of business servers, middleware servers, etc. This team uses AAP to deploy their configurations on server. To prevent them from using their own human accounts or local accounts in AAP, we created what we call technical accounts. These technical accounts are machine accounts, and they replace previous local accounts with static passwords. Now we use them to get a dynamic secret password provided by Vault and its OpenLDAP secret engine. So the account tries to authenticate it to Vault using app role credentials to retrieve the password for the technical account. Once OK, it can call AAP APIs to start post-provisioning tasks on Linux servers. To perform this action, we configure the SSH client signer secret engine and deploy the Vault public certificates on servers. So Vault will sign the technical account public key with its own private key. The validity is set to few minutes maximum. When the technical account represents its public key signed by Vault, the Linux server will check that it matches the public key, the Vault public key deployed on the server, and set as Trajce certificate authority. Once OK, the account can perform the workflow task on the server. During the whole process, the dynamic password has a defined TTL, and once it expires, Vault automatically rotates this password and writes it directly to the OpenLDAP directory server. For this presentation, we will detail how Automation Platform can deploy configuration into Vault. Within Air France-KLM, we have developer teams that need to store application secrets, and to do that, we deploy a dedicated namespace in Vault for each team. So we have the configuration to be deployed in GitHub, and we trigger GitHub actions that will create the application dedicated namespace. Workspace in Terraform and apply the desired resources. When the apply process is launched, Terraform will create the related namespace and its configuration in Vault. App role credentials are also deployed on application servers using the technical accounts workflow shown just before. Once deployment is OK, the application can reach its namespace using the app role login. Users, application teams users can also connect to the Vault Enterprise namespaces using the LDAP human accounts.
Now you understand why I feel more intelligent when I'm on stage with Sébastien. Thank you. This slide shows the transformation we have achieved in Air France-KLM through automation and Vault integration. Before, our teams were stuck in repetitive manual tasks and security was added later. Provisioning could take hours and sometimes days. Today we are focused on high-value work, designing, innovating, and solving real problems. By embedding security from the start and standardizing our processes, we have reduced human errors and dramatically accelerated our time to market. And for me, it's not just a technical upgrade, it's a cultural shift towards agility, collaboration, and smarter way of working. Thank you very much for your attention and for being such a lovely audience. Thank you.